The name of the show is The Way to Go. My name is Alan Bendich. I'm going to be your host. Tonight we have a very special guest. She is a jewelry designer, a diamond expert. What's the third thing?
Creative consultant.
Creative consultant and a part-time actress, Miss Geri Berman. I knew I was going to screw that one up. So,
what a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you here. It was it was nice talking to you before the show. I learned so much about you. So you're originally from Brooklyn, right?
Grew up in Brooklyn and got out of there when I was 19 years old. Never looked back.
And is that when you went to California, or?
No, that was a couple of years later.
Right.
I ran away from a bad romance, so I went to the other coast.
Okay, that's cool. So also you're a JT friend. Shout out to JT. Right. Thank you, and JT, thank you for bringing her here. So you're a jewelry designer, right, and a
Yes.
diamond expert. So tell me a little bit about how you got into that.
Well, I started out years ago. You can call me a relic. I started designing costume jewelry many years ago. I've had several careers.
Right.
So a lot of people call me the queen of reinvention. At one point, I left costume jewelry and I got into diamonds on a fluke. And I was one of 4 women diamond dealers on 47th Street.
Right.
And then I managed R&B acts in the music business.
Right.
And now I've come full circle where I'm designing again, but now I'm going with diamonds and gold.
Right.
And
So how did you make that? The transition. I mean, was it tough to sell costume jewelry, or?
I didn't sell it. I designed
you designed it. So people would come to you. How does it work?
I designed for companies,
Right.
and they made money off of my designs.
Okay. Right.
And eventually, I became the fashion director of an international public company, which doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
And it gave me a load of experience in writing copy and working with ad agencies and just doing all kinds of things that I never expected to do as a designer,
Right.
which gave me a lot of confidence knowing that I'm a very capable person because I used to be labeled flaky,
Right.
but it showed that I'm not flaky. And so now I've come full circle,
Right.
and I was very fortunate to be introduced to this company that I'm working with now.
What's the name of your company?
Cetra New York Jewelry.
Right.
They're on 47th Street.
Right.
They've been in business for over 35 years.
That's the Diamond District, right?
Oh yeah, 47th Street is.
That's it. That's the heart of the
That's
Diamond
it.
District.
You can't go better than that.
Right.
47th Street, and they've decided to eliminate the retailer and go directly to the public, saving you an awful lot of money
Right.
by avoiding the high markups. And so they created this website called CetraNewYork.com.
Right.
And
How do you spell that?
CetraNY.com.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
And what Cetra's doing now, they've really built a huge line of engagement rings. There's over 1,000 styles of engagement rings to choose from.
That's great.
And what they do is they guarantee your stone for life. You have a warranty on it. They give you an appraisal on it. And there's one thing that they do that is really unique.
What is it?
And there's a video that I'd like you to see.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Will you marry me, Kevin? Will you marry me?
Yes.
Rachel, will you marry me?
that's a great video, but I don't understand it. I mean, it's like all these people having a great time. And,
Okay, what you're witnessing in this video
Right.
is the reaction to ladies getting an engagement ring.
Oh, okay.
And-
Can I see that?
Sure.
So this is.
And that engagement ring comes in a little box that has a video camera in it. And this camera has taken all those pictures.
Is this the camera right here?
That's the camera. The camera's right there.
Okay. Is that
Okay.
the button over there?
No,
Oh.
there's an on and off switch on the back.
Oh, I see.
Right over there.
Okay, so you open it
And
up like
you
this?
open it up, you give her the ring.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's excellent.
And so what you do is we send you the ring with the box, and you send us back this box. And
Right.
what we do is we take out the video, we edit it, we clean it up. It's high definition, and we send it back to you. And this video is you're able to put it on YouTube, not YouTube, but you're able to put it.
So
yeah,
this has
YouTube.
this has like a hard. I mean, this has memory and all this stuff. Right?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, and
you would never guess it, right? I mean, are people sometimes surprised? Do they ever do it without letting the other person know that there's
Always.
Wow.
Oh, that's the reactions you were getting on the video.
That's so cool.
So what we do is we clean it up, we send it back to you, and like I said, you can post it on Facebook, you can post it on Instagram, you can share it with your family and have it for memories.
So
to show.
is this something that you guys came up with, this technology, or?
Well,
Is it
we're
patent-
partnering up with a company that makes that.
Right. Oh, that's so
And
cool.
like I said, it's one of the unique features about Cetra.
Wow, that's good. I
So-
mean, that's unbelievable. So how many people have done this?
Quite a number. Quite a number of people.
That's awesome.
And so, like I said, we guarantee the ring, we guarantee the stone for life. There's a warranty, there's an appraisal, and there's the video.
Are you you're located in Manhattan?
Oh, yeah.
Are you located any place else? Are there any other offices yet?
No, not
Is that
yet.
something in the future?
Not yet.
I mean, I can imagine that this thing
We-
is such an unbelievable
Well, as far as-
marketing tool.
We have over 1,000 styles of diamonds, of engagement rings.
Right.
But what we're doing is we're really expanding, and we're creating a men's line right now.
Right.
And we have other jewelry, and it's going to be from moderate price to high-end jewelry. Okay, and our ultimate goal is to sell to the stars. We want to become known as the new jeweler to the stars.
Well, and you have had connections with stars. We were talking
Yes,
about it. You've
and
known-
okay, so now I'm a designer, and what I can do is I can sit down with anybody that wants something made custom to them,
Right.
exclusive.
Right.
And so we'll sit down and work out something that's theirs alone. I can do that. I can also take a company logo
Right.
and create a really nice piece of jewelry from it.
Well, that's nice.
So it becomes a statement piece for the owner of the company if they want a logo.
Or even senior staff could all have the same kind of type
It
of.
could be a Christmas present. It can be whatever, you know. But it's.
And it would be meaningful, especially with the type of materials that you're using. It's
yes, and
wonderful.
like I said, it's great. Some things will be really high end, and some things will be able to be affordable.
Have you been able yet to reach out to any names?
Yes, and see, this is where what we're looking at right now is we're looking at sports figures and rappers,
Right.
aside from actresses and actors.
Right. Well, that's where the money is right now. That's for
Yes,
sure.
that's where the money is, and that's what makes my past experience work for me. Is that I used to manage R&B acts, and so I know this certain mentality. I know celebrities. I'm able to sit down and deal with them. As a matter of fact, there's one that we're working with now. I can't mention his name, but we're building a line for him, and he wants me to manage him. And I said, been there, done that. I don't want to manage anybody. That's where the creative consultant comes in. I said, I will consult for you.
Right.
And I will do that on many levels with different I dress people.
Right.
I do a lot of things. But
it.
I am a creative person.
So
and-
tell me about the creative consultant, because I'm interested in, because that's one of the things that I kept on forgetting how to say when we were talking in the interview, in the pre-interview. So you help. So you basically, instead of being a full-time talent manager. You're really going in and how do people know to come to you to be a creative consultant?
Networking.
Really?
I'm very good at networking.
Right.
I go to a lot of events and I give out my card a lot.
Right.
And there are people that know me, who believe in me, who knows, they know my abilities.
Right.
And they know that I can dress you, I can style you, it's like.
Do you place them in certain, do you get them to go to certain areas where they'll be seen, or is that not part of the?
That's not part of it.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been there and done that. I'm not running around every night. I'm not going out on the social scene. Right now, what I'm doing more so is I'm concentrating on the jewelry line.
Right.
Because we are a full-service company. And what we do is we'll even buy your diamonds from you. If you have diamonds laying around that you don't wear anymore, what I can do is we'll buy the diamonds for you at top market price.
Right.
And we can create a new piece of jewelry using your old diamonds, or we can change and make something new out of it.
Do you ever cut diamonds that people give you? And,
No.
So once you purchase a diamond, that's the diamond you'll use in the design, in the new design of the jewelry.
Unless they want to purchase a new, unless they want to upgrade. If some woman has a 2-carat diamond and she's in a financial position to say, okay, now I want a 6-carat diamond.
I see. Right.
We can do that. We can trade it in and make a beautiful setting for a 6-carat diamond.
So how many people are part of Cetra?
Quite a few.
Right.
We have setters, we have, mold makers, we have quite a few people.
And do you have people actually that are like diamond cutters and things like that? Or how does, see, I don't know. It's like always been like 47th Street is almost like no one knows really what's going on behind those walls, But,
okay, so Cetra is a division of Imperial Diamond.
Oh,
okay, Cetra is the jewelry company.
I see.
And Imperial Diamond also has diamonds that go from a 1/4 carat up until 50 carats.
Wow.
Or they even have stones that go from 50 carats to over 100 carats.
Wow.
And we're talking about colored diamonds and D-flawless, which is a perfect stone.
Right.
And so it's a fascinating company to be with. So we have everything in-house. You don't have to go anywhere. You want something special, we have it.
And that's probably one of the most secure blocks in New York City in terms of, it's very difficult. There's less crime over there.
You see more policemen stationed on the block. I mean, it's...
It's like millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars.
I asked a question one day. I said, you walk down the street and all these windows have tons and tons of diamonds. And I said, what would the value of all these windows be?
Right.
I mean, it's like mind-boggling.
Right.
It really is mind-boggling.
Right.
And it's not only diamonds, it's rubies, emeralds, sapphires.
And it is funny. I mean, if you really look at it, they're just rocks, you know what I mean? But it's amazing how
Well, one little rock can carry $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's amazing how certain things are so expensive, in terms of.
Well, it's one of the things that really makes my heart go pit-a-pat. when I see a stone that, let's say a rare stone like a pink diamond or a canary yellow diamond, I mean, it's like, oh my God, they're so rare, and it's just incredible that I have access to them.
So when you design jewelry, do you draw it out? How do you design?
I can sketch. I can sketch. We also have another designer who does CAD drawings, which is on the computer. I like I said, I'm a relic. I'm not a computer person. I hate the computer. I like to sketch the old-fashioned way.
So, and when you do jewelry, is it all different types of jewelry, like necklaces or rings?
We're doing fabulous stuff now for men because we want to get the market for the rappers and the sports people. And I think this is right up their alley. We're doing a bezel for a Rolex. If you own an old Rolex and you want to put a diamond bezel in it, you don't have to go out and buy a new Rolex. We will supply the diamond bezel and you keep the old one.
Interesting.
And it doesn't lose any of its value.
It probably gets more value, obviously, because you're putting diamonds on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
So we can do that. We can do anything. It's like a friend of mine said, oh, I want to get a gold watch, but I want the bezel in emeralds.
Right.
I said, when you're ready, we'll do it. You know, so we can do anything.
Are men wearing more jewelry than they used to at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine asked me about a diamond necklace for a man. And that's one of the things we're putting into the line is a diamond necklace for a man.
Wow. And I never heard of that before, but I guess
Well, no,
but that's what's
it's
happening.
new.
Yeah,
It's
well,
new.
I'm old. That's all.
Yeah, well, this is the new trend. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, but I do see more men with like bracelets and all these things that now than when I was
men are
growing
really... There was a time when it was poo-pooed.
Right.
Men should not wear diamonds. I mean, according to Tiffany or any of the big names,
Right.
men are not supposed to be wearing diamonds.
Right.
That
It's a
doesn't
new
apply
world now.
anymore.
Right.
This is a whole new world.
Right.
And what's even new is the engagement rings. They don't want... A lot of the millennials do not want the classic diamond.
Right.
They want a black diamond. They want different colors.
And now, are the different colored diamonds more expensive and rarer than the...
It depends.
Right.
It depends what you want to spend. I mean, there are man-made stones. There are stones that are radiated. You know, like I said, you could still have a diamond and make it a color, but it won't be a true colored diamond.
Right. It's interesting. I really don't know anything about jewelry, except that, you know, and I don't wear any either, even though I do have a wedding ring at home, which I don't wear.
Okay.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to me. My wife loves jewelry, but she doesn't like the expensive stuff, which is
tell her
really
to call
great.
me.
But she likes small pieces. She, you know, for whatever reason, and yeah. But everyone has their own style.
We have that. Like I said, we have charms for necklaces. We have bracelets, like this little tennis bracelet.
You do earrings.
We have earrings. We do everything. We have a really nice catalog of you know.
Well, if they wanted to get a catalog,
Well, no, that was the wrong word. Go to our website.
That's what I was going to say.
look.
If they want to get more information about,
If they want more information, definitely go
so
to the
they
website.
go to the cetrany.com.
.com.
And everything would be there. That, I mean, or at least it would lead you in the direction of where you want to
Yes, and you know, like I said, they could ask for me if they want something original.
go. Geri Berman. There it
Geri
is.
Berman,
Yes.
you know.
Are you there every day?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay. But you could be reached.
I can be reached, and I'm usually there about 3 days a week.
Right. And is there a lot of? Do people walk in, or is it?
No.
It's all on the web.
It's on the web, unless you know me personally and I
Right.
give you my cell number, you call me up and I'll make an appointment with me and I'll meet you up there and we'll do what has to be done.
Right. But because I know there's a lot of foot traffic that goes up and down that block on 47th
On the
Street.
street. Now, we're up on the 15th floor.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Okay,
gotcha.
and it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
we're
there's
the real deal.
And there's security in those buildings as well.
Oh, yeah.
Serious security.
But we're the real deal. I mean, the people on the street who
Yeah.
say, oh, I'll give it to you wholesale,
Right.
not so.
They're playing games, right?
It's, you know, maybe they'll get 10% less of a markup on it, but basically you're paying top dollar.
Right.
And not all of them can be trusted.
Is it a negotiated price, or is there, like, when you give a price, is it something that usually is firm?
It can be negotiated. It depends upon the quality of the stone. If you're talking about a stone that has a GIA certificate, which means that it's a legitimate stone,
Right.
all the measurements are there, the color's there, everything, you know, the imperfections, it's all on paper, then it's basically a set price.
Right.
Okay, when you're talking about a stone that doesn't have a paper,
Right.
it can be a
There's some
little
wiggle room, right?
Yeah, there's room to negotiate.
Right.
Everything is negotiable.
That's it.
Okay, that's
But I guess, and when you're dealing with diamonds and all these wonderful things, if you have to ask how much does it cost, to a certain extent,
then you shouldn't be buying
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, you know, especially young couples that are
Right.
going to get engaged, they usually have a set price in mind,
Right.
and we, you know, try to fall into that price. Like I said, We have over 1,000 engagement rings.
Right.
And they range in size from a quarter-carat stone to what's affordable.
So
You know.
how other than this show, how are you getting your name out? How long have you been working there, and where do you see the projection
Well,
going in the
I've
future?
been with the company for a year and a half,
Right.
and they've been working on this website for that long.
Right.
The website has finally come to a point where we're starting to brand it. It's really new. I mean,
that's great. So there's only upside that you could see with this.
it's a startup company as
Awesome.
far as the public knows.
Right.
But like I said, there's 35 years of experience behind
Yeah,
it.
the best startups have 35 years of experience behind it. Definitely. I mean, the more experience you have, and it's really, I think I look at the web as really just another way of getting out to the people in terms of selling. And
So we're going to be doing, all those, when you're on your phone and you're on Google and there's all these pop-ups,
Right.
we're going to be there. We're going to,
Well, that's it.
you'll be seeing Cetra. We're going to get out there to the public.
And I know that you're going to be reaching out to the stars as well. And that's
And that's where JT comes in.
Right, that's it. Well, JT does have quite a few celebrities that, like I'm trying to get my show Scriptless, which is on this station. I was trying to get funding for it. And if I
Okay.
get the funding for it, I already have 3 people through JT that, 2 of them were in The Sopranos, and another person, what was the other person in? He was in Goodfellas and The Bronx Tale.
Okay.
Those guys will be on the show. So, it's all through JT. And you had some action with JT as well.
I've known JT for about 12 years now,
wow.
and he put me in the first movie I was ever in, which was called Lotto.
Wow.
And I did have a speaking part in that, but it never went anywhere.
Yeah. But sometimes these things go places,
But I've known JT for about 12 years now, and he put me in a movie that you and I are both in, except we didn't shoot on the same days. So
Right. Well, thank God you didn't shoot on my day, because I was called in at a 6 o'clock at night call time in Middletown, New York.
hello. Same thing happened to me.
And they didn't get to my scene until 2 o'clock in the morning.
The same thing happened to me.
And I had to be Mike Douglas interviewing Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner, and I had to be fresh, and I had all this stuff this black stuff in my hair, and it was awesome. It was just
Wait, I'll give you a better story.
Yeah.
At the time, I was doing some consulting work for Chico's Boutique.
Right.
And that's where I was dressing people. So I had auditioned for the show, and I thought I had it in the bag, but I never heard from them.
Right.
So I don't know, a month goes by. I kept saying to JT, what's going on? I don't know, as soon as I know something, I'll let you know. So I come home from work, which was 3 blocks from my house, and I look at my phone, and no, somebody calls me and says, are you ready to shoot tomorrow? I said, shoot what? She said, American Brawler. I said, what the hell's American Brawler? Because when I auditioned, it had no name.
Right.
I said, what's American? Oh, the movie you auditioned for. I said, oh, you're first calling me. Well, are you ready to shoot tomorrow?
Right.
I said, well, I'm working, and, I'm off at 6 o'clock. Well, we'll pick you up. Where are we shooting? Oh, up in Middletown, New York.
Oh, man. So you know what I'm talking. Same thing happened to me. What happened was, I think there was a last-minute person who backed out, and it was a name, but I don't want to use the name because I'm not 100% sure if it was a name.
Alan,
Right.
you and I are on the same page
And
here.
I get this call on Friday night, and we're shooting Sunday, and it's like 5 or 6 pages of dialogue. And when we get there, we're shooting it, and then at some point they say, forget the dialogue. Then I know Ken Kushner and I go back. We've worked on other films
Okay.
together. So ultimately, I kind of know that even though if you have the script, we're going to go off script a little bit. And it was great. It was wonderful, except that they had to make my hair black because Mike Douglas had dark hair.
Well,
it was just too crazy. It
The
was
same
nuts.
exact thing happened. I found out later on the reason they called me at the last minute, because they had 3 celebrities in mind for the part. I played his mom, Chuck
Right. I know,
Wepner's
that was
mother.
a big part that you had.
And they couldn't get the celebrities, and they said, hey, remember that lady that auditioned for, let's get her. And so it was like the
Right.
day, not even Friday, it was the next day. And then that night, there was no script. It was all ad lib. But they gave me a script to read for the next day.
Right.
And so I was working the next day. And they picked me up again at night, and there was no light in the van. We drove up there.
I wish they picked me up.
And
Because driving back at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning was
I
too
drove
crazy.
back at 4 in the morning. Ken says to me, "You know your lines?" I said, "No." He says, "Why not?" I said, "Because I've been working. I have not had a chance to look at them."
Right.
"What do you mean you've been working?" I said, "Please."
Right.
So he sat with Zach McGowan, and
Yeah.
they went over my lines with me until I
Zach
knew my
is,
lines.
He was a sweetheart.
What a
Zach was-
sweetheart, really
I
nice
spent,
guy.
in between shots, we spoke 45 minutes just talking about life.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him about my experiences in Hollywood, and we had a really nice talk.
He's a really nice guy.
And then he got right into Chuck Wepner. He's a very good actor. And
He's going places. He's been doing so many things.
the guy who played Muhammad Ali and I had like a moment where it was like a little uncomfortable, but it was good. And I felt good about my performance. It was great, actually. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you, Ken loved my performance so much that he said to me, "Go find another thing to change into." And I said, "Why?" He says, "I'm going to give you more camera time."
Oh, I love it.
And so he puts me in a scene where I'm in the kitchen and I'm washing the dishes, the phone rings, and it's Chuck's brother calling to tell me that Chuck was just beaten up badly by Sonny Liston,
Right.
and that he's in the hospital. And because of all the pressure and everything else, I just started crying on the phone.
Perfect. That's
and Ken
wonderful.
saying, "Keep crying, keep crying, keep talking, keep talking." It was just, now I'm dying to see whether...
I can't wait to see it. And the other thing, my father, my 103-year-old father, he was in a scene I forgot the name of it, but another Ken Kushner film with Steve Baldwin. And they did it, and it was like unbelievable. And my father nailed it. It was unbelievable. And he and Steve did some wonderful work together.
I like Ken. He's quite a character.
Yeah, I love Ken. Ken has used me in several projects, and he always calls. I mean, he's been on this show about 4 times with his
really?
casts. And yeah, he and I get along very well. And I like the way he directs. I really do.
No, I do too.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun experience. That's all I can say. I will never forget it as long as I live.
Well, I know that's all you could say. But unfortunately, there's only one thing left to say.
And that is...
That's a wrap. Good night, folks.